So that's how you write the MLA citation. Okay. Here's what you're going to do next. Go back to that. Go back to your OneDrive. Open that folder. I got an email that I shared a folder with myself. You can open the sources, and you're going to do another Word document. And what you're going to create right now is your Works Cited page. Okay. The reason that I'm going to show you how to do this right now is because it's very easy to write these citations as you go and keep it listed on a Works Cited page, and what you would have is a working document that reminds you of all the sources that you've accumulated. And sometimes you get rid of a source for whatever reason, but you might think, oh, I'm going to come back to that source, and you have a list of citations already made so that you can just copy and paste them later or take out what you don't need in the long run. The Works Cited page is typically the last page of your research paper, and it lists only and all of the sources that you used in your paper, and it lists them in the citations that we just created. So let me show you quickly how to format the Works Cited page. Change the font to Times New Roman. Change the font size to 12. You're going to click line spacing options. And a lot of people don't click on that. They just select the double, and it messes it up. And the reason it messes it up because Word automatically takes the line spacing after for paragraphs to 8, and it needs to be 0. Okay, change line spacing to double. Press OK. You're going to center this. Title it Works Cited. Press center. You're going to do it to the left. Go back to that source. Pick this up. Oh, dang. Undo. What I want to tell y'all is that Office 365 will not let you do a right-click paste option. You're going to have to use that Control-C, Control-V, Control whatever. Okay? All right, go back to the Works Cited page, and then you're going to do Control-V. And the last thing that you're going to do is change this to a special indent, and it needs to be hanging. And that's it. A quick note on the Works Cited page. I can see that it's changing my hyperlink. Like the hyperlink is not going away. I can also see that my access part got picked up and got made into a hyperlink, which is annoying. Sometimes the computer will let you change the hyperlink. I don't mind that it's blue and underlined and clickable. It's not going to bother me because I know that it can be a pain in the butt to change. So I will accept it blue and underlined. Try to change this part that says access because that needs to stay black, and it needs to not be underlined. Okay? So once you've collected a bunch of sources and you've started to paste all of your MLA citations on this Works Cited page, what you're going to need to do is arrange them alphabetically. Okay? And that's the last thing that I'm going to talk about for the Works Cited page at the moment. So you're just going to keep on pasting those there. Once you have your source, okay, and I've given you a lot of information, and I know it can be overwhelming, but you can come back to this. I went back and forth in a couple of ways. I thought about showing you the old school method on taking notes for your sources, which includes actual note cards and formatting them in a special way and indicating whether it's paraphrased or so on and so forth. And the quickest way, I'm not going to say the quickest, the most transferable way that you could do this is to, let's say that you really like this quote. It says, Emily Dickinson is one of America's greatest and most original poets of all time. I agree. Okay. That's something I can use in my paper. I'm going to click New Comment. And off to the side, I'm going to put what that comment is about. I'm going to say it's about her legacy. Okay. Or her influence, right? Okay. Legacy. I'm going to click out of that. Maybe I didn't do that right. Let me try it again. Highlight, comment, legacy, click the arrow. Yay. Okay. So what you end up with, let's see if I exit out of this. Okay. Now, what you end up with is later on, you can click this, and then off to the side, it has my comment about what I was making about it. What you want to do is arrange these by topics, because, I mean, you can put your own little notes and what you're thinking about that and how you can use it, but it's easiest to look at your topic and break it down into parts and say, okay, like for example, if I'm going to do Emily Dickinson, maybe I want to talk about her early life. Maybe I want to talk about her style. Maybe I want to talk about her themes, okay? So my first one that I have is legacy. If I go through this, maybe I want to find something else. Let me show you another trick. Let's say that I want to find when she's talking about death. She talks about death quite a bit. It's one of the themes that she hits on. Let's see if I can find death in this article. So at the bottom it says find death in document. Click on that. It's going to highlight every instance that it finds, and maybe I scroll through it and I think, oh, maybe this is, oh, perfect. Okay, this is a poem, and it looks like it's a poem written by her using the word death. Okay, maybe looks like hers because she uses a lot of dashes. So if you, maybe I wanted to highlight this, new comment, death. Okay. Maybe I'll put style because it's not her death, but it's a particular style of writing and theme. Okay. Click the arrow and it's going to send it. All right. So that's how you can go through a document, find something specific that you were looking for, make a comment, track your notes. Okay. Each of these comments is a note, and you're going to need to have about 10 notes per each source. And you're going to want to have 5 sources minimum and no more than 10. And there is not a, I'm not going to say that there's a, I need to type this for you so that you can have it saved, and I'll put it in the share drive for y'all to see. Okay. 5 sources minimum, and you have this week and next week to do that. And each source needs to have 10 notes, and they need to be made in that particular way through the comments. And if you have questions, let me know. But like I said, this will save automatically, and because you've already shared the entire folder with me, I can now access and see your work, and it timestamps, you know, everything that you're doing. And sometimes I can look at it while you're actually working on it. So let me exit out of this. Let me exit out of this. Let me exit out of this. I think that that's it for today. I'll show y'all how to access the high school databases tomorrow. Later on this week, I'll show you how to do that. But that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.